Well, good morning everyone from Ed's Orchids, and glad you can join me. Now today I've just noticed that a lot of these small frags of mine haven't been repotted since May 2015, so I think it's about time I started doing them. So I'm going to do two today. I'm going to do Paphiopedum, Lawrenceanum and the Magic Lantern. We'll have a look at the roots because I planted them in live moss, so I presume that live moss is now dead and dried up, so I do tend to neglect these a little bit, so we'll have a look at the roots when I unpot them and see what they're like. First, by unpotting the Magic Lantern. Let's give the pot a squeeze to loosen everything, and this is a bit dry, ready for watering. And the roots. Now you can see where the old moss has died off and it's stuck to the roots, but I'll leave that on, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 very good roots, so I'll just put that on one side ready for repotting and get rid of that lot. And then the Lawrenceanum. Well, this was repotted in 2016, April. This is in a little bit smaller bark, but it's dried up the moss. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but this has a couple of big strong roots on, new growth, 1, 2, this is new, this has flowered once before from there, and it's got 2 nice growths on there and 2 young growths at the back, so that's doing okay. See, these they're quite dry, so it just shows that these smallish paths will live a lot longer if they're dry than they will if they're wet too much. So that's that, so we'll repot those, and I'll switch off the camera until we get the potting stuff out. So the potting material I'm going to use is a medium-sized bark. This is about 9mm to 14mm bark, some growth stones, or as people call it, large perlite, some charcoal, and a little bit of live moss to put around the roots to begin with, which will just ensure that they keep slightly damp. I'm also using the same pots because they're opaque pots, so they'll be fine for the live moss to continue growing, hopefully. Okay, so I'll get on with it. So we'll start with the Lawrenceanum, and what we'll do to begin with is just take a small piece of this live moss and just put it around the roots a little bit more. Let's make sure we cover the roots nicely so the roots can grow into it. It's a little bit fiddly, but you'll get used to it. Right, so that's a little bit of live moss around there. So we'll take the pot, this one, mix a little bark with the charcoal and with the large perlite, bit in the pot, and simply keep this well wrapped again. And then in the pot you go. That's right, followed by a little bit of bark and charcoal. We've already got some large perlite in there. Press it down without breaking the roots. The charcoal's a little bit, not the charcoal, the moss is a little bit wet to start with, so I'll not water these probably until till Saturday comes. Leave it a couple of days. Label back in. So that's all you do for that one. That's the Valenciana. We'll do exactly the same for the Magic Lantern. Just wrap the live moss around the roots. Need a little bit more. Give it a squeeze because it's wet through. Wrap it well around the roots. And the same procedure for this one. Bit of bark, bit of perlite, and a few grow stones. A few, oh, come on Eddie, and some charcoal. Oh, you start forgetting when you get to my age, you know. You know what you want to say and it won't come out sometimes. People say it's a lack of concentration, but I don't think so. I think it's just a lack of thinking before you open your mouth. Right, so that's that done. Do exactly the same with the multiflorals, but they're not ready for repotting yet. But I don't put any moss in with the multiflorals for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe it's because these are in clear pots and they're all sort of a sealed unit, where the multiflorals are in sort of a basket. So if I put live moss in there, it will dry out too quickly and die. This way it keeps slightly damp. Episode, I'll just show you one or two plants that I have in spike. So this one is a Phragmipedium Olaf Gruss, and it's got two spikes on, and it's just starting to bud up. See if we can get close, see if you can see. Yep, one there, and one a bit further developed there. That's Phragmipedium Olaf Gruss. The next one I have to show you is the Colurum, Phragmipedium Colurum, just with one spike on this year, and not coming into bud just yet, and it's proving rather slow, which is unusual for Phragmipediums. That's Phragmipedium Colurum. Now this is one I'm really pleased about. It's only a small plant. Originally it was a cross between Cavacii and Bessii to form the Fritz Schomburg, and then this one has been crossed back to Bessii to make this very small plant, and this flowered last year and it was really nice, a real red flower and very flat, So I'm looking forward to showing you that one when it's in full bloom. And last in the budding plants is this one, the one that I keep outside that gets wet through and everything, and it's the Paphiopedilum Rothschildianum, which is blooming for the first time. I've had it about 4 years. It was given to me as a division, just a single growth. So now it's budding, so that looks very promising, and it's put up a new growth, and whether this is with keeping it outside or something, I don't know. But I do leave it outside and let it get wet through, and it doesn't seem to harm them at all. So that's Paphiopedilum Rothschildianum. I think it's Giant Wings Cross Titanic, that one. And these are the Paphiopedilums of multiflorals. I've grouped them together, so it saves me picking them up and one thing and another. Now this one is a bit of a mystery to me. It was bought 3 or 4 years ago as a, let me think, Paphiopedilum mustache. It's definitely not a mustache because they're pretty slim flowers, and this is far from slim. It's one of the biggest multifloral flowers I've had apart from the Rothschildianums. And somebody said it's a St. Swithin. Looks very much like a St. Swithin, but this has got a lot of brown on it. So I'm just wondering whether it can be a Garryomania. It could be. It's got 2 flowers on it there. So that's a Paphiopedilum, don't know what it is. So if anybody can help me, I'd be much obliged. The next one I've shown you before is one of my favourites, the cross between Chamberlainianum and Rothschildianum, which is the Corolla ordinary. Lovely plant, been in flower a long time. And the next one is a definite St. Swithin. Just opened up that one, and you can see the difference between that and that in size and colour. This is going to do very well. There's plenty of buds on it, flowers just opening. Really nice, looking forward to that one. But my pride and joy at the moment is this Prince Edward of York. First flowering, and very, very pleased with it. Lovely colour, quite a big size, long, long petals. That's a beautiful, it's supposed to be the nicest of all Paphiopedilums, and I'm tending to agree with them. Paphiopedilum, Prince Edward of York. Well, that's about it for today. I'm sorry I haven't got more to show you, but as you know, in this greenhouse I've just got paths and frags, and most of them are stuck outside. Oh, while I'm on the subject, I'll just show you them outside. Here they are, Angraecums. Oh, absolutely wet through, as you can see. Compost is absolutely saturated. It's been pouring down here for 3 days. There's the another Angraecum, and over the back here, if I can get there, we have some multiflorals, and my Cavacii, I've put them outside because the new growths on the Cavacii, when they get about 2 or 3 inches tall, tend to come up with a black leaf in the middle, which kills it off. So I was talking to Periflora Manola, and he said it's caused by humidity. So my humidity in the greenhouse is very high, so I brought them outside to see if that could be the case. Anyhow, that's about all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.